Hello, my name is Emma and I work here at Eden's beautiful gardens. Today I'm going to tell you some ideas to help get you walking and talking. Big and small can be a really good theme for a walk and give us lots to talk about. I'm busy making some mud pies for my teddy bears. Mud pies are their favourite food. Here is Big Bear and here is Small Ted. I think they're looking very hungry. I've got some bowls. I wonder whose bowl belongs to who. I have 1, 2, 3 bowls and they're all different sizes. But I wonder which bowl goes with which bear. I think Big Bear will want the biggest bowl, which is this big blue bowl. And Small Ted will want the smallest bowl. I think the yellow bowl is the smallest. That will be perfect for Small Ted. So I've got one more bowl, an orange bowl. It's medium sized. It's medium sized Ted. Here you are, Bear. You're all ready for your mud pies. Big, medium and small. I wonder what other big and small things we can find today. Should we go and have a look? When we're out and about exploring, we could have a look for the biggest and smallest leaves we can find. But what could we use to measure them? I wonder if we could use parts of our body to measure them. Can you find a leaf that's as small as your little finger? Shall we have a go? This one's a bit longer than my little finger. Let me put... Oh, I think this one is the same size as my little finger. But can we find one that's even smaller? How about if we look for one the size of our little fingernail? These leaves look quite small. Wow! Yes, that's as small as my little fingernail. There's some even smaller leaves there too. Oh, here's a plant with quite small leaves. Actually, these leaves are really narrow and they're quite dark and glossy. They feel really smooth, and if I rub them, wow, that smells really lovely. This is rosemary. I wonder if there's certain parts of the garden where you can find plants with small leaves. We've got lots of plants with small leaves in our Mediterranean biome. That's because small leaves stops the plant from losing too much water if it's growing in a dry place like the Mediterranean. And it will also stop animals like sheep and rabbits from eating it. So it's a really good way to help it survive. We found lots of small leaves. I wonder what the longest leaf we can find is. I wonder if we could find a leaf as long as our arm. Wow, this fern looks quite long. Let's have a little look. I'm going to put my hand right at the bottom. Yes, it's as long as my arm. Do you think we'll find a longer leaf? Let's go and have a look. Wow, look at these big leaves. They're nearly as big as me. This is a banana plant, and you can find more banana plants in the rainforest biome at Eden with even bigger leaves. Plants that grow in the rainforest need big leaves to help them capture lots of sunlight because it's quite dark with all the other leaves in the canopy. It's good to explore using our bodies to measure big and small leaves, but all of our bodies are different shapes and sizes. If we want to be a bit more accurate, we could use the ruler on the side of our Explorer tool. It's got a handy scale in centimetres so we can see how long a leaf is. If I put the bottom of the scale on the bottom of my leaf, I can see that this leaf is, you see where the point is, it's about 10.5 centimetres long. We can use a scale or we can compare. I've got lots of different length leaves here. I wonder which is the longest. I think this leaf is longer than that one. Oh, this leaf looks like the smallest leaf. This one, definitely bigger than that one. Oh, and bigger than that one. How about this one? That looks really long. Gosh! And how about the fern? Let's see. Yeah, the fern is the longest leaf. It's not just leaves that we can compare the size of when we're out and about. How about stones? If I wanted to build a tower with these stones, I would need the biggest stone on the bottom. Which one do you think is the biggest? Is it this one or this one? Let's compare. I think this one is a bit bigger, so that's going to go on the bottom. It's not very flat there. Let's try there. And then this, I think, is the next biggest. And then, do we think we want this little stone? No, I think this one's bigger. Let's put that on. Ooh, it's balancing. Not very flat. Let's see if we can make it balance. Ta-da! And we put the little one on top. 1, 2, 3, 4 stones. I wonder how many stones you'll get in your tower. We could try comparing the size of these seeds. All of these seeds are small, but some of them are smaller than others. These tiny lettuce seeds are the smallest seeds there. They're so small. I don't know if you can see that. We might even need a magnifying glass. What tiny seeds! The next size up is probably the medium size runner bean seeds. They're so smooth. And then the next would be, how about these spotty bean seeds? So we've got small, smaller, and smallest. I wonder if you can think of any other words that you could use to describe small. We could have mini, tiny, and what about if this seed was minute or even minuscule? They're so small. If you wanted to go and explore and look for really small things, you could use a small treasure chest like this one. It's actually an old egg box. We need to find things which are going to fit perfectly inside the cups. They need to be small enough to fit inside. I wonder if one of these leaves is going to be small enough to fit inside. Let's have a look. I'm going to just pick one little leaf. Oh, really, it's too long to fit in my egg box. I'm going to need a smaller leaf for my small treasure. Let's see if we can find one that's smaller than this one. Ooh. How about these little leaves? Gosh, they're much smaller. Let's see if we can put that inside our small treasure chest. Yes, it fits. I wonder what else we'll find. I wonder if one of these stones will fit in my small treasure chest. Let's have a look. What's going to be the right size? Oh, I think this little one. Oh, it fits. Perfect. I've spotted spotted some small seeds from this oak tree. Can you see? Here is a little tiny acorn. It looks like it's wearing a cap. Imagine that tiny acorn grows into that big tree. Oh, it just fits in my box. I wonder... Oh, I can spot some more tiny seeds. Here are some really small dandelion seeds. They'll definitely fit in. I've found all 6 pieces of tiny treasure, including these tiny dandelion seeds. But not all seeds are so small. Here at Eden we have the world's biggest seed. Shall we go and have a look? This is the world's biggest seed. It's huge and really heavy. This is a seed from the Coco de Mer. But being so big and heavy doesn't help the Coco de Mer because it grows near water, and when these seeds fall into the water, they're so heavy that they don't float. It's a really funny shape. What do you think it looks like? It's such a big seed, but actually, believe it or not, here at Eden we have an even bigger seed. Shall we go and have a look at that? This is seed in Eden's core building. It's a really huge seed. It's giant! Humongous! I wonder when this seed starts to germinate or begins to grow, what it will grow into. There's something else really big in this building too. It should be tiny, but it's huge! Let's go and have a look. This giant sculpture is called Infinity Blue. It's really huge, over 9 meters tall. It's based on a teeny tiny microscopic bacteria, cyanobacteria, which is one of the first bacteria that started to expel oxygen. There's a reason why we have oxygen in our atmosphere. The rings represent the oxygen. It's so important that we blew it up to make it truly huge. That's all we've got time for. Thanks so much for joining us. We hope we've given you some ideas to explore big and small when you're at home, on a walk, out and about, or at a place like Eden. We hope you can join us next time when we'll be thinking about how we can use our bodies to physically explore a space. Thanks for joining us. Bye!